is dead at just 29 years old. Her husband, Ethan, confirmed the news in a June 23rd Instagram video that MiKayla died by suicide. He says,
"This is the most hurtful and difficult time of my life, so please bear with me as I try to read this through the tears. MiKayla was the most bright and shining example of what you could accomplish if you really set your mind to something. She was never held back by ideas that everyone else considered unrealistic. As many of you know, she was on the autism spectrum, and while that made her life very difficult, it allowed her to hyper-focus on one thing, and that one thing was obviously animals."
MiKayla founded her animal rescue nonprofit in 2017 at just 20 years old and created a YouTube channel to document her adventures. Over time, she accumulated over 2.4 million subscribers. Speaking of her love for animals, Ethan adds,
"From a young age, she dedicated every waking hour of her life to helping them, whether it was helping a snapping turtle cross the road or saving 500 foxes from a terrible fur farm. She was never in it for fame, money, or personal gain. She was truly one of the most selfless people I have ever known. She put the animals' well-being over her own time and time again. She would forgo sleep, eating, and showering if there was an animal that needed her help."
MiKayla and Ethan share daughter Freya together, and speaking directly to the bullies online, Ethan says,
"And to those of you that pushed her to this, every one of you that had been responsible for making her feel this way, I wish you had to feel what she felt. I wish you had to feel what I feel. I wish you had to see me find her. And I wish you had to watch me perform CPR on her for 15 minutes until the first responders arrived. I wish you had to see tiny, heartbroken Freya try to understand why she could never see her mommy again. I wish you understood what you were doing before you did it, before it had to go this far. And I wish you understood that words do have real and terrible consequences."
That was brought to you by E! News about YouTuber MiKayla Rain. Died by suicide at 29 years old. She was being bullied online. Anybody at any age can be bullied online. Anybody. It's not a certain age group. It's anybody. Any age group can be bullied. Bullying. I wonder what did she do? He said he performed CPR on her, but no response. He said he did CPR on her, but she was gone. It's saying. Let me read some of the comments. Kim wrote, "Heartbroken for this man and her family. Sounds like she had a heart of gold." Someone else wrote, "Online bullying is truly cruel." It is. Somebody else wrote, Scats Car wrote, "Bullying is pointless and vile." Somebody wrote, "Rest in peace, young lady." That's so sad. I'm praying hard so far. I'm praying so hard for this family. So sorry for your loss. Somebody wrote, Zach wrote, may the legendary YouTuber MiKayla Reigns rest in peace forever. My deepest condolences and prayers to MiKayla's family and friends throughout these years. This feels this feels so sad and senseless. Her channel was incredibly calming. My heart aches for his family. My condolences to you and your family. There should be more action taken against trolls. These things things like this shouldn't happen to anyone. It was a young woman showing her love for animals. Now the rest of the comments are like rest in peace, city of love and prayers and hugs. I'm gonna find her channel. MiKayla Rain. Now she all over the internet. YouTuber and animal rescuer MiKayla Rain dies tragically. I want her channel. What's her channel?
Death of a beloved animal rescuer is casting a light on cyberbullying. Hey guys, I'm introducing our newest rescue group. MiKayla Rains, founder of Save a Fox, amassed more than 6 million social media followers, sharing her life caring for rescued foxes and other animals. We are with Chowder and Cassie. Rains' husband announcing in a video that MiKayla, who he says struggled with depression and borderline personality disorder, died by suicide.
For a few years, a group of people had been throwing dirt on MiKayla's name.
Ethan says online bullying was a factor.
Most of these are people she knew, and some of them are other animal sanctuaries. They consistently spread ridiculous claims and rumors. She felt as if the entire world had turned against her.
Cyberbullying is often seen as a teenage issue, and while nearly half of U.S. teens have faced it, surveys show so have 41% of adults and 95% of online creators.
If you only have negative garbage to say, just shut up.
This year, First Lady Melania Trump revived her Be Best campaign with a renewed focus on online safety.
The widespread presence of abusive behavior in the digital domain affects the daily lives of our children, families, and communities.
Rains leaves behind her husband, their daughter, and the sanctuary she poured her life into.
I'm confident we can bring more light to this world, and we'll be doing it for MiKayla.
If you or someone you know is struggling, call or text 988 for free confidential support.
Bully. Cyberbullying. Damn, it's all over YouTube. It's on USA News. It's on everything. She died yesterday. She dealt with depression, borderline personality disorder, and online bullying, cyberbullying. Let's talk about depression. Depression can hit anyone. Depression can hit anyone at any age. Wow, it's 90 degrees already. I deal with depression. Shit, I can be here sitting here right now, just be so depressed. Be really depressed. But I fight it off. I fight it off. And I come on here and I just talk about what I'm gonna talk about. It can be nothing. I can just sit here in silence. As long as I'm on here doing what I wanna do, I'm gonna do it. If I wanna sit here in peace and quiet, I'm gonna do that too. I can be thinking about better ways to do this channel, but I really don't care about the channel. Depression can hit people in ways that you never thought it would hit anyone. When you lose a family member, you lose a family member. You lose an animal. An animal can cause depression. Family members, mother, father, son, sister, whatever, can cause depression. I live with depression every day for a couple of years. I'm gonna say since I was 7 years old. Since I was 7 years old, I dealt with depression. No one never knew what was wrong with me. I was always quiet. I cried in class because I lost a grandfather at an early age. I cried. I cried myself to sleep in class. But depression, depression can cause a lot of stuff. Depression can cause not want to eat, not go to sleep. You want to stay up all night and do what you do. That's what depression does to you. Depression. Hey Sheila. Depression affects how you feel, and how you think, and how you act. Depression ain't no joke. Depression will bring you all the way down. Will break you down. And don't let it be bipolar depression. They're gonna bring you down, down, down. Depression can change your appetite. Okay, I will. Your appetite, your sleep, how you want to sleep, and everything. Your energy levels, everything. Then cyberbullying ain't no making it no better. Cyberbullying ain't making it no better. I was cyberbullied online. I was cyberbullied online. I was. But I didn't let it get me down. I didn't let it get me down. I was strong enough to get through it. I was strong enough to get through it. And the person that was bullying me, well, she died. She committed suicide. She died. She bullied me for a year. A year. All because of my ex-husband. Ex-husband. I was bullied for a whole year. I didn't know what to do, how to act. I was paranoid. I was calling the police. I was calling the police to my house. People coming to my house. People want to burn my house down. All kinds of shit that was going on. Okay, all kinds of shit that was going on. But they thought I was crazy. I wasn't crazy. I wasn't crazy. I went through cyberbullying. And I did with phone calls, text messages, emails from people I didn't even know. People talking about me like I'm a dog. I know at one point I did put a gun to my head. I sure did. But I was depressed. I was wanting people to leave me alone. That's why I did that. To leave me alone. But I had people calling the police on me, coming to my house, asking me, well, do I have a gun in the house? Legally, yes, I did have a gun in the house. But now that picture still floating around with me holding a gun to my head. There was a cry for help. There was a cry for help. I cried for help. I had to put restraining orders on people in my real life. Hey, the truth. I had to put restraining orders on people in my real life because I didn't know at the time that I was paranoid schizophrenic. They was paranoid me. They was telling me they're gonna cut my brake lines in my car. All because I broke up with my ex-husband. I was going through a lot. They're gonna do this to my house. They're gonna burn my house down. All kinds of shit was happening to me. And so at one point, I made it to that breaking point. I broke down and cried. Couldn't stop crying for nothing. November 29th, 2023. Yeah. November 29th, 2023. That's when I broke down. I couldn't take it no more. I was depressed. I was crying. I was, I didn't want to live anymore. I did not want to live anymore. So I called the ambulance. I called the ambulance and told them to take me to the hospital. I had the police come out there also. I had a friend on the phone. I was talking to her. I was talking to her while I was getting ready to go in the ambulance to go to the doctor. Yeah, I'm sorry for that. I I cried all the way to the hospital. I couldn't stop crying. I couldn't stop crying. Um, when I made it to the hospital, it was a long ride. It was a long ride too. I was crying all the way there. I was still crying. I just didn't want to be alive anymore because of all the shit I was going through. Being bullied, cyber bullied. I don't want to live anymore. I was depressed. Oh, I know. I know. So when I made it to the hospital, I had to wait a while. They they were real nice. They came to me. They asked me what was going on. I said I was depressed and I was crying. I was just depressed. They asked me for my insurance, cards, and all that stuff, ID, everything. That night, I made it to a room in the bed. I didn't have anything with me but a hoodie in my purse. A hoodie and a purse. My shoes and pants. I had a wig on too, so in case someone to know. But it was night before I even made it. Okay, I will. That night I had a bed. They had to get me a room ready. When I made it up there, can't remember honestly. I did intake. I got my room. Got my bed. And that's all I had. That's all I had. Okay, I'll be here. That's all I can do. Doctors came in the next day. Had about two doctors. They wanted phone numbers of people they could call. They called my son. He wouldn't answer. He didn't want to talk to him. So I gave them my friend's number and they talked to her. They talked to her. But I didn't have any clothes. I had to have people bring me clothes. One friend bought me clothes up here to wear till I got out and went home. So they started me on medication. I was telling them all the medication that I was on and did not work. It wasn't working. It was not working for me. And they started me on Respidone. And Respidone. I started to take their medicine and I started to feel better. They told me what I had was paranoid schizophrenia. I was paranoid schizo. I like, really? He was like, yes, really. Everything that if I when I made it back home, I would lock my door. Lock my door. But now I leave my door unlocked because now I know that I'm safe. I'm in a safe place. Being in a safe place means a lot. Means a whole lot. Now, ever since I've been on this medicine for a year, let me see. Last year was a year and a half. It's been working well, really well. So now I take my medicine every day at a certain time when it's time to go to bed, between 9 and 10. I take my medication and keeps me calm. I barely cuss. I barely cuss. Risperidone is a second generation antipsychotic, also known as an atypical antipsychotic that affects brain chemicals like dopamine and serotonin to help with thinking, mood, and the behavior. So it keeps my mood, my thinking, and my behavior under control. My mood is always good unless somebody triggers me and I have a anxiety attack. But I got medicine for that too. Uses treat schizophrenia in adults and children 13 and older. Treats bipolar disorder symptoms in adults and children 10 and older. Treats irritability in autistic children ages 5 through 16 years old. Important notes: should not be used if behavior problems in older adults with dementia due to increased risk of death, stroke, or mini stroke. Available by prescription only. Mechanism of action: it works as a dopamine D2 receptor and blocking dopamine to reduce symptoms of hallucinations and delusions. It also helps affect serotonin 5-HT2A receptors. Common side effects may include headaches, dizziness, drowsiness, movement issues, agitation, anxiety, depression, depressed mood, gastrointestinal problems, weight gain, and cold symptoms. Discuss any search concerns with your doctor. Withdrawal symptoms. Stopping risperidone suddenly can cause withdrawal symptoms like anxiety, insomnia, movement problems. Flu-like symptoms include return to original symptoms, nausea, vomiting, or diarrhea. Do not stop without consulting your healthcare provider. Risperidone. Avoid alcohol as it increases dizziness and sleepiness. May affect body temperature regulation, increasing sensitivity to extreme temperatures, can increase blood sugar level, may cause drowsiness and affect ability to drive or operate a machinery. These pills in the bottle keeps me from being depressed, my mood, my thinking, and what else? Right now, I'm slurring my words because I took a muscle relaxer. So the dopamine affects the brain chemicals like dopamine and serotonin to help with thinking, mood, and behavior. My behavior has changed a lot. I'm not doing the things I did in 2023 and 2024. Well, that was 2023, I think. Was it 23 that I was half naked? Was that 2023 that I was half naked? It's all over the news. Entertainment Tonight is all over the news by YouTuber MiKayla Rains. I take another medicine for I take Alexa Pro. And it's good for anxiety and depression too, disorders. It works by increasing serotonin levels in the brain, which can help improve mood and reduce anxiety. While effective for many, it's important to be aware of potential side effects. Side effects: nausea, health, headaches, and diarrhea. But it might help me go to sleep. I don't have no problem sleeping. I don't have no problem sleeping. All right, I'm about tired of talking now. All right, let me go. Yeah, have a great day.